welcome to the news update on AFRICUNIA TV, reaching you in the nation's commercial capital, Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Deborah Ezeh. Many thanks for joining me. We begin from Nigeria, where the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria, the Sultan of Sokoto, Alhaji Abubakar Saad, led Jama'atu Nasir Islam, some state governments, and the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria have taken a swipe at the federal government over its failure to address the rising insecurity in the country. The group stated this on Monday as killings and other forms of insecurity took a toll on investments in the country, with foreign investors shunning 24 states in 2021. Earlier Monday, the National Bureau of Statistics released data which indicated that Nigeria generated a total of $698.7 million from foreign direct investment. Now, this critical source of capital inflow into the country, and other sources include foreign portfolio investments, foreign loans, and trade credits, among other investments. And still in Nigeria, over 72.77 million active telecommunications subscribers have been barred from making calls on their SIMs, following a directive from the federal government to telecommunications companies. On Monday, the federal government ordered telecommunications companies to enforce compliance with its National Identification Number and Subscribers Identity Module policy by restricting outgoing calls on all unlinked lines as the deadline for the verification expired on March 31st. This directive was contained in a joint statement signed by the Director of Public Affairs of the Nigerian Communication Commission, Dr. Ikechukwu Adinde, and the Head Corporate Communication at the Nigeria Identity Management Commission, Mr. Kayode Adegoke. According to the statement, 125 million SIMs have submitted their names for linkage, while 78 million unique SIMs have been issued. It said the deadline for the NIN-SIM linkage has been extended on multiple occasions to allow Nigerians to comply with the policy. Outgoing calls will subsequently be barred for telephone lines that have not complied with the NIN-SIM linkage policy from April 4th, and the federal government added that subscribers yet to link their SIMs to their NIN should do so before their lines are completely restricted. And in Mozambique, children and young people displaced by the war in Cabo Delgado, northern Mozambique, are expected to benefit this year from community social protection networks that Portuguese organization Helpo is creating on the ground. They are part of around 25,600 people displaced by the war in Cabo Delgado, northern Mozambique, and most of the beneficiaries expected to be reached are children, around 90,500. The Nets for Protection project works by bringing together people from each community who will be allowed to vulnerabilities, abuses, and cases of exploitation, among other problems. In coordination with institutional actors and local leaders, there are about 784,000 internally displaced people due to conflict, according to International Organization for Migration, and about 4,000 deaths. In the DRC, at least 7 people were killed on Saturday night in a new freight train derailment in Lulobala province in the southeastern Democratic Republic of Congo. A new train accident has claimed the life of at least 7 people in the DRC, according to a local official of the National Railway Company of Congo. The freight train was made up of 8 wagons and is leaving Tenke in Lulaba province from Kanganga in Kasai region. The accident took place in the village located about 200 kilometers from the capital of Lulaba province. The derailment comes 2 weeks after a train crashed in the same village in mid-March that left at least 75 people dead and 125 injured, according to the government in Kinshasa. And still on the African scene, a massive fire in an expansive market in capital Somaliland destroyed property worth up to $2 billion, according to local officials in the self-proclaimed autonomous region of Somalia. At least 28 people were wounded in the Friday night fire that ravaged Wahin Market, a major source of livelihood for the residents. The loss on the eve of the holy month of Ramadan sparked despair among many at home and solitary efforts among outsiders who say they will help Somaliland in rebuilding the market. A preliminary report released by a national task force looking into the fire estimates losses between $1.5 billion and $2 billion. The cause of the fire is yet to be determined, but some traders said they believe a bad electrical connection may have been the cause. Now, away from that scene onto the foreign scene, the Japanese government flew 20 Ukrainian refugees into Tokyo on Tuesday in a high-profile show of support for the international efforts to help Ukraine by a country that has long been reluctant to take in foreigners. The 20 aged from 6 and 66, including 15 women, are not the first Ukrainian refugee to arrive in Japan since Russia invaded their homeland on February 24th, but are the first to be flown in on a special government plane on a trip arranged by Japan Foreign Minister. Japan has long been wary of foreign migrants despite an aging population and a chronic labor shortage, but opinion polls show a vast majority of Japanese support giving sanctuary to Ukrainians. The 20 are joining nearly 400 other Ukrainian refugees who have arrived since the Russian invasion. An update from a crash in Hungary. Several people were killed when a pickup truck crashed into a train in southern Hungary, derailing carriages early on Tuesday, police said. A number of other people were injured in the accident at a crossing in Maitent shortly before 5 o'clock GMT, police also added. And still on the foreign scene, Pakistan top court will on Tuesday resume its deliberation on the legality of Prime Minister Imran Khan's attempt to block an opposition bid to oust him, a dispute that has led to political turmoil in the nuclear-armed country. Former cricket star Khan lost his parliamentary majority last week and had been facing a no-confidence vote tabled by a united opposition that he was expected to lose on Sunday. But the Deputy Speaker of Parliament, a member of Khan party, threw out the no-confidence motion, ruling it was part of a foreign conspiracy and unconstitutional. The standoff has thrown the country of 220 million people, which the military has ruled for extended periods since independence in 1947, into a full-blown constitutional crisis. Now away from the foreign scene onto the sports scene, Mikel Arteta has apologized to Arsenal supporters for his team's unacceptable performance in the 3-0 defeat to Crystal Palace. The Gunners' top four hopes took a significant dent at Palace, a result which leaves Tottenham in 4th place after the Premier League weekend. Arteta was missing left-back Kieran with a new injury, picked up with Scotland after playing in both of the recent friendlies, criticized his team's performance, admitting they did not compete physically with Palace. He said, and I quote, "Congratulations to Palace for the game they played, but we made it impossible for ourselves with the way we compete," end of quote. And finally, the Champions League continues this week, and there are 3 English teams in action as Manchester City, Chelsea and Liverpool all bid to reach the semi-finals. The first leg of the quarter-final begins on Tuesday with Man City and Liverpool. Pep Guardiola's side faced Diego Simeone's Atletico Madrid, while Liverpool traveled to Benfica in the last 8. Tuesday games for Man City and Liverpool marked the beginning of an 11-day period that could define their seasons. After the first leg this week, the heavyweights go head-to-head in a huge Premier League title clash on Sunday. And to wrap from us on news updates on AFRICUNIA Television, do follow all our social media platforms to stay connected and up-to-date to our news and other programs. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, like, and leave a comment for us on the comment section. Once again, I'm Deborah Ezeh. Bye for now.